I'm James Zanewicz from Tulane Medicine here at the Bullpen during JPM 2025. And it's my pleasure to welcome from far, far away, Anthony Ryan of Brisbane Economic Development. Welcome.
Nice to meet you, James.
Good day.
How are you, mate?
I'm well. How are you going?
Yeah, really well.
See, I know my Australian.
Mate, it's been absolutely fantastic to be here in San Francisco.
Isn't it great? We had great weather. It's been gorgeous.
Yeah, in contrast to last year, where it was a little bit drizzly, and coming from our Australian summer, it was a bit of a shock.
So I'm saying you brought the sunshine.
We did. You can thank us.
Well, this is great. I have 3 easy questions for you in the Bullpen.
Wonderful.
First, tell us about yourself, your background, how you got here today.
Right. Well, I'm literally have created a role for me in Brisbane Economic Development Agency that I never thought I'd do. I have come from a not-for-profit background where I was a CEO of national-based and international-based organisations, but always with a focus on economic development and creating opportunities, particularly for the poor, in poorer communities to be able to excel, identify opportunities for themselves so they can live with more independence and choice and dignity. Mm-hmm. And the roles and the work that I did in that created a pathway for me to end up taking on the CEO role of our city for the economic development, and that has been such a pleasure and an honour to be able to do that. And the reason why I'm so focused on Brisbane Economic Development Agency is that it gives us the opportunity to really lift the prosperity of our city, to brand our city. We've got the 2032 Olympics coming now. We're straight on after LA in 2028, and we know that the world is going to be looking at us. So the work we're doing here in San Francisco, with particularly under the JPM Health Week, and also here with the Bullpen, we believe we've got a health ecosystem that deserves to be known, that deserves to be amplified, and we want to create this extraordinary ecosystem of innovation, creativity, and we're doing it, and collaboration.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect lead into our second question, which is, what are you focused on right now? Which is obviously economic development for Brisbane. But what are some of the ways you're doing that? What do you have planned for 2025 to make this happen?
In 2025, so Brisbane, in fact, is the largest health ecosystem in the Southern Hemisphere. People, when they think of Australia, they think Sydney, they think Melbourne, but Brisbane's, our star is on the rise. We're the fastest growing capital city in Australia. In fact, we're the fastest growing population in Australia as well. We've now got the #1 universities, got the #1 hotels, restaurants, we're the #1 sporting capital. All of those things are working in our favour. And they're important to economic development because it's the way people are starting to perceive our city. I think internationally, globally, if you did a pop quiz here today, most people will be able to say where Sydney is, most people will be able to say where Melbourne is. Where I think something like the Olympics is important is all of a sudden in about 2 or 3 years' time, everyone's going to know where Brisbane is.
Right.
And our health ecosystem is something that we want to amplify. You know, we come here regularly. We're winning awards all the time. Our innovators, in biomedical, robotics, everything that we're doing at this stage is not only is it best in class, in some cases it's first in class.
Well, and you sent your team last year to Bio on the Bayou in New Orleans for our Gulf South regional thing. I'm still waiting for my invite to Brisbane because I've been to Sydney and Melbourne, but apparently Brisbane is the place to be now.
Well, it is. And I'm being a little bit biased, but actually it is. So it's now become the food capital of Australia.
Oh, wow.
So most of the... Melbourne did it pretty tough in COVID, and so did... and so you're finding a lot of the top restaurateurs are now coming out of Melbourne and starting to set up in Brisbane, and you'll love that part of it. You know, the #1 hotel in the Southern Hemisphere is there, and as well.
I mean, coming from New Orleans, we do like our food and restaurants, so it's very important to us.
Yeah, you'll love it, but that's important to us as well because we want to create that ecosystem where people can live and play and really enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Well, in the Bullpen, you've learned that we are all about finding someone, helping them, and repeating.
Yes.
But this is your turn. When you agree to come on camera with me, you get to make an ask.
Yeah.
So what is your ask of the Bullpen community? How can they help you achieve your goals?
We want to learn. And so we truly believe, some people say it, but we truly believe and live collaboration. So one of the things why we come all the way over here to the Bullpen is to be genuinely humble in what we're trying to do, to understand what others are doing, hear where the opportunities lie, but then collaborate and see how we can leverage off each other. So how the Bullpen can assist us is start reading about Brisbane, start looking at, and we will share with you all of the bios of the group that we brought. We brought 12 legends here. We got Vaxis about to speak downstairs, Demona Cordis, really top of class health leaders. And we want to continue to interact with that ecosystem.
Yeah, and you have teams based in America as well as in Australia to help you do this, right?
We do, and I've got staff in New York. We've got staff in not San Francisco, in LA, and so we can be anywhere quickly, and we want to be able to also amplify to all members that it's now starting to become well known that research and development is a lot cheaper to be done in Australia, in particular in Brisbane. It's 60% cheaper to do it in Brisbane than it is in the United States.
Yep.
So we're really trying to encourage more R&D into our ecosystem as well.
Yeah, and it's been great having you here today, Anthony. I know people want to learn a little more. We do have like a 20-minute podcast we do with some members of your team on Bio from the Bayou. Yeah. Anywhere you podcast, if you go on there and search Brisbane, you'll find the episode, and it's super fun. Yeah. We had a great chat, and I think people can get a little more information as well as just connecting with you on LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
You and your team.
And come and check us out. We're really willing and excited to be able to work with everyone.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your JPM.
Thank you.